Of the church being born at Acts chapter 2 or Pentecost is not correct. Moses had a church in the wilderness, a kahal, a kahila. That's a good word for congregation, and Moses had a congregation in the wilderness. So church didn't begin in the New Testament. The kahal, the community, was around way back at Mount Sinai, and God was continuing that work, but he was getting it back on track. It was always supposed to be a community of Jews and non-Jews, and I'll show you some scriptures regarding that. Here's some examples of the community that God had in mind. Exodus chapter 12, verse 38, it said, also a mixed multitude went up with them from Egypt. What's the mixed multitude? It was the Egyptians that went up with the Jewish people. The Jewish people, the Egyptians had said, we see what God did to our gods. Your God did to our gods. We're with you. And a mixed multitude went up with them up out of Egypt. And stood at Mount Sinai, by the way. This mixed multitude of Jews and non-Jews. God's plan has always been for the Jews and for the non-Jews to be together in one community. David's mighty men is an example of this from 2 Samuel. I named a few, but there's actually even more on that list. There's Zelek the Amorite. He is Ammonite. Obviously, an Ammonite is not an Israelite. And Uriah the Hittite. So David's mighty men, another example. And then we get a prophecy from Zephaniah 3, verse 9. It says, God says, then I will restore the people I'll restore to the people pure speech, so that all of them may call upon the name of the Lord and serve him shoulder to shoulder. So God is intending that all the people will be restored, and that all of them will serve together and call upon the name of the Lord and serve him shoulder to shoulder, Jew and non-Jew. Some speculate that he'll restore the Hebrew as the pure speech. We'll see. Maybe in the millennial we'll all be speaking Hebrew. And this is from the Jewish sages, so I'm not just, this isn't just a Messianic viewpoint. This is a Jewish viewpoint. This is from the writing of Hilchot Malachim, the words of the Kings, 11, verse 4. It says, Mashiach will then mend the entire world. Mashiach, we know that to be Yeshua. He will mend the entire world, motivating all the nations to serve God together, as Zephaniah 3:9. That's the scripture we just read. So it's a commentary on Zephaniah 3:9. As it says, I will transform the peoples to a pure language, that they may call upon the name of God and serve him with one purpose. So the Torah looks forward to this time when all the world will worship together with the Jewish people, that he'll transform the nations to a pure language, and that they will all call upon the name of Adonai. We sing that every week with the Elenu. And in that day his name will be one, and the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. It means this